Hello everybody, it's Max McAllister here from Traxxion Dynamics, and here today we are getting ready to install our new the very first stainless steel steering spindle onto our Goldwing here. And we came across our bike as having the problem that's described in the Honda service bulletin. So you've seen our little model here that we made up in the shop. This is your upper triple clamp where your handlebars bolt to. This is what it's like on your motorcycle. This is just that plate in my hand. But so once we saw the bikes come loose, the steering come loose on a few bikes, we took our bike apart and retorqued the top crown nut to 72 foot-pounds as per the Honda service manual instructions as of 2018. Then, so what's happened is, if you'll remember, this top castle nut, the bottom one adjusts torque on the bearings. The top castle nut is tightened by hand and then backed off and until you find a tab to align with, and then you bend the tab up. So there's technically a gap, a very small gap in between those two castle nuts. Now, what happens is on the aluminum spindle that came on the bike, if you put the crown on, put the crown nut and torque it to the 72 foot-pounds that the manual says, there's a chance that you will damage and deform the threads on the spindle as a result. Now, not here at the top, because there's the crown nut has enough threads that it's strong. The problem is underneath this little seat for the crown, for your triple clamp, which is only about 3 or 4 threads maybe. So when you put that much downward pressure by pulling up, by tightening the bolt down, these threads will deform, and that's what's happened on our bike. So I have not taken one apart where the threads have deformed before, but I was trying to put a new spindle on our bike and I came across it on ours. So we have our bike all the way apart. We have our upper crown out. So you can cheat by standing your console up, laying a towel there, removing your handlebars and laying them down. There's 2 little bolts on 2 little clamps. We'll do a nice installation video on this on another day. That lets the wires get loose. You drop the 2 back tie rods, plate lifts off, and now you're looking at this. And I'm going to hop up here and just point to this so you can see it in the bike. You want to hand me that camera? So here we are in our bike, and here's the assembly. So here's the back end of the tie rods. That's our Traxxion Dynamics upgraded tie rod for the right side of your bike. And here is the top castle nut. Now, I should be able to take this off by hand, but I can't. You want to try and start putting that ratchet up in there. Now, what you do to hold this spindle, hang on a second, let me show them the tool. From underneath the bike, we get a, I think it's a 22 mil socket. Yeah, 22 millimeter socket, a universal joint. You wrap it up with some duct tape or gaffer's tape to make it so it's not floppy. You'll need about a 2 foot long extension and a 3/8 drive ratchet. And what you're trying to do is put that onto that nut, which is up in the bike just in front of the front shock absorber. So if you look up and you see the front shock absorber, right in front of that is this part. So then this is a castle nut tool that works on any steering head on any, most Hondas forever, for ages. And so the symptom is, if you hold this spindle, you should be able to take that castle nut with your fingers and spin it off, and ours won't. So somebody, oh, I can see there's a socket right there. You're real close to it.
Real close?
Real close. Yeah, you're so close. It's a little bit of a trick getting that ratchet on there. But actually, you can see it right up in there. You're close. Okay, you're on it. All right, so hold still. All right, so now I should be able to turn this nut off by hand and I can't. Now, I don't know how hard that is, but, so we did, I'm gonna take this whole socket, put it in the castle nut here. Oh, you know what? I gotta bend the tabs. Hang on one second, everybody. So this is just we're doing it live video. Don't move, Jerry. All right. We need tools. Sorry about this, but you're getting to watch this on the fly. All right, so here's the tab. You're gonna bend those open. There's 2 of them. All right, bend those open. All right, and so you got a hold of it right here. All right, you got it? All right, so I can't spin it. Should come off of your fingertips, but it doesn't, so that means mine's damaged. According to the Honda service bulletin, you got it? Okay, so according to the Honda service bulletin, this spindle is damaged and would have to be replaced under warranty. All right, you got it? All right, I'm gonna set this phone down. All right, just stay there. Sorry, I need 2 hands, so you're just gonna watch what we're doing here from a distance. All right. I'm gonna try with a hand ratchet first, just a plain old ratchet. And sorry about this. I'm trying to balance the camera on a vise. There's only 2 of us, and we're working late. So sorry. I thought I had this worked out. All right, that's pretty good. All right, you got it? You got it good? No. You're on, looks like you're on it. You ready? Yeah. Okay. I saw it move. Yeah, it's fucked. Oops, sorry about the language. Hang on one second. We're gonna have to, so now I'm gonna hit this with an air gun because mine's wrecked. So I can't get it off with a normal 1/2-inch drive ratchet. So we're just gonna try and bust it off. I got it. Okay. Wow. All right. So if you want, you can, let's see, hang on one more second. Oh, because we're probably gonna have to use the ratchet to get the bearing nut off too. All right, because it's not gonna wanna come past that thread. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. So, here's the aluminum flying out. You ready? You can give up here. Yep. You would kind of keep a hand up in there.
Some part fell out the other side.
There you go. All right, here. Let me have that, and if you'll go grab the camera for me. All right. Here you go. So this is exactly what Honda is worried about with the service bulletin. Let me clean this up for you. So in between where the threads are on this nut right here, that nut with 72 foot-pounds of torque on it deforms these threads. They crush down. Then the nut is messed up. Then the main nut comes loose, and that's when your handlebars will get floppy. This isn't the breakage we showed you that occurred in another video. This is just the symptom of the handlebars getting floppy. We showed you early on. But so I did their inspection process. It failed the inspection process. But then the next trick is to get it apart. You wouldn't really be able to do this with hand tools. I had a 1/2-inch air gun, and that was able to get it. Your double problem is you use the air gun to get the top nut off, which is the base nut for the triple clamp, but all the threads are destroyed. Well, the bearing adjuster nut is below the destroyed threads, so you pretty much just have to wreck this nut and that nut to get it off the threads. So for this job, I guess we're gonna have to start ordering up a whole mess of these crown nuts to have as well. So to change to our part is not going to be any harder than, you know, once you have this out, we're just going to change these parts and put this right back. It's no harder than that. So
If you use them parts, I ain't gonna be able to work that.
yeah. So, all right, we're going to call this part 1, removing the spindle, getting the bike ready for replacement, and removing a damaged spindle from a 2018 plus Honda Goldwing. And that's what it looks like. All right, please, during this video, hitting the like button helps this channel out. So here, look over there. There's my cameraman. Please hit the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. And we're gonna have some really cool stuff related to this coming up here today and tomorrow and the next day. We'll have a bunch of really cool videos about this whole topic as we sort through this new problem I found. So thanks a lot. I'm Max. Talk to you soon.
It's hard to keep up with the